I said I was going to do a video on dairy milk, so here it is. Dairy milk has now increased the amount of palm oil in their chocolates. Palm oil was always in there, but now they've increased it. They've reduced how much cocoa they're putting in because they're cutting costs. So every time you eat dairy milk, you're consuming a lot of vegetable fats. What it does to your microbiome is it creates chronic inflammation, it's driving leaky gut, it's creating gut dysbiosis. And every time you have that, you're feeding not just diseases like autoimmunes and cancers, but also destroying your hormones. So if you're in premenopause, you're in menopause, you're complaining that you have hormone symptoms, if you have PMS symptoms, anything that drives chronic inflammation is driving hormone imbalances and it's driving diseases. So recently, just a few days ago, my mum experienced the effects of dairy milk. She likes her chocolate. She's never had a problem. She's never really had any problems before. Obviously, she's got gut problems, but this was extreme. So she had some dairy milk. It wasn't just a little bit. It was, the dairy milk bar. And she started getting really bad cramps in her gut. That was the first thing. Then she was in so much pain. She was vomiting. Then she had bowel movements as well. And it was just all flushing out of her. She was in bed for 3 days in chronic pain because of one bar of dairy milk. And I said to her, the reason why this has happened to you is because of all of the vegetable fats and the palm oil and any emulsifiers, maybe it's even petroleum in the ingredients. It's destroyed your gut right there. And your gut is trying to eliminate it. Your body's trying to eliminate it because it's poison to your system. So people are saying, I've read comments on TikTok, I don't care if I eat a palm oil, I like my chocolate. There's barely any chocolate in it. If you want to have problems with your health, consume it. It's your choice, of course. But when there are better options, why not consume something that is beneficial to your health rather than choosing a poison, a toxin that is not only just feeding disease, but in terms of people want to look younger and sort of aging. You're increasing the aging, you're increasing your inflammaging by consuming these products. And of course, you're giving dairy milk profit for you feeding all that crap into your system. So the chocolate that I eat is Montezuma, which is 100% dark chocolate. It's also been tested for lead because lead gets into chocolate. Lindt is known as one of the worst ones for lead. And there are other ones too that are really heavy on lead. Lead is a heavy metal. It destroys your health, it destroys your hormone, it destroys your skin glow. The other ones that I've seen is Tony's, which was in Holland and Barrett yesterday. I saw that, but it does have sugar in it. I don't consume sugar, but it doesn't contain palm oil, so it does kind of rank up as one of the healthier ones, even though it's got soy lecithin in, which I don't agree with neither because it's a binder and it destroys the gut. So anytime something destroys the gut, you're destroying your health, you're destroying your hormones, you're destroying your skin. So you don't want to destroy the gut. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read my book, Beauty and the Gut, to learn about your gut health. And then just back to the cacao again. So I take ceremonial cacao as well, which is good. Organic, we want to reduce the amount of pesticides as well, because unfortunately they are sprayed with a lot of pesticides. But the cacao bean is really good for us. Also great for stem cells. If you've got my autoimmune book, I've mentioned about cacao and how it helps with autoimmune because of the stem cells. So if you're interested in recipes such as, cacao I like it with avocado mousse, like I make avocado mousses and things like that. These are recipes in my health empowerment book. If you're interested in chocolate recipes, I do have some at the end in the dessert section. Chocolate is good for you, but not the way dairy milk is making it. And just to touch on female health, females need magnesium. I would suggest a magnesium supplement. Of course, there are different ones. You've got magnesium citrate, you've got malate, you've got glycinate. I take a combination of all of them. I like the combo magnesiums, and it's up to you. Glycinate didn't work for me because it makes me more awake when I'm trying to get to sleep, so it's not one that works for me. I don't really need the citrate because I already have healthy bowels, they move, so I just felt that was the right one for me to get that combination. And with chocolate, it naturally, like the cacao, contains magnesium. And I do encourage my females to have their chocolate because, of course, we crave it more around our cycle because we need the magnesium. So every time you eat chocolate, you eat magnesium. But unfortunately, with the way the chocolate is going now with the food industry, it's not good for you. So choose better when it comes to chocolate if you want it, because if you don't, you're going to see problems with your health.